Tempe, Arizona, and Mountain America Stadium, home to the Arizona State Sun Devils, where Sparky and his gang have been sharpening those pitchforks in anticipation of this one. Today, a clash between a couple of ACC rivals in a game that could have big-time implications for the rest of the season. As we'll see, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Arizona State Sun Devils. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. The Sun Devils will kick it off to get us underway. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic than they get him on the ground at the 20. From the gun, for running back, looking for room. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
After the productive first down play at 2nd and 6. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. He'll get a fresh set down, stopped at the 31-yard line.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. On the run, it's Mahoney. Turning it on. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line.
And talking to the OC this week, getting this running back going was step number 1. Was priority number 1. He said it makes the whole offense go. Like, he is the bell cow. He is the guy. This offense doing exactly what they set out to do on this first drive.
Sends it back in motion. On the direct snap, it's Bargava. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
No gain on the play.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Bringing the heat. Just a short pass to the tight end. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the 3rd down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
Notre Dame comes to the line trying to convert on 3rd and short. Dropping back, it's Ortiz. They're working that left side. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a first at the 32.
Well, not down in distance. The quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him. So a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the first.
He'll toss it. And that one will go and reverse the defense all over that pitch on the option.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like, really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that rep.
Notre Dame has made this 2nd down play much more difficult after going backwards. back to pass. Finds his big tight end. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
They'll try to get the edge on the left. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And you don't always see tosses into the boundary. Most people want to go to the wide side of the field. Defense was ready. Not as much space when you go wide out there, but more importantly, the defense doing a great job winning, setting the edge, running to the football, shutting the toss down.
Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. Notre Dame lines up quickly. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. And so on their opening drive of the game, they want to stay on the field, and the offense will go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
I love the aggressive nature in the play calling there. In the opening drive of the game, you have an opportunity on fourth down, obviously, to just kick a field goal, take the lead early, establish some momentum. Instead, they get aggressive. They go for it, and not just get it. They score a touchdown.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. He works his way up to the 33 and is pushed out of bounds.
Not wasting any time. You just watch the opponent go down on their first drive and score a touchdown. So right away, you're aggressive. You're throwing the football on your first play of the game, and you're getting a nice completion. Really nice job.
The Sun Devils with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, second and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's third down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
Makes the grab. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48. And the Sun Devils come to the line with a new set of downs. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Well, they're throwing this one to the running back out on the perimeter of the field. They didn't get it to him quick enough, though, so he literally had to tap dance there on the sidelines, make sure he was in bounds when he caught it, and just pick up a few yards.
They're dealing with a second and long. Motion from the wide receiver. Back to throw, it's Chadwick. It's complete. Got room at the 35. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
The Sun Devils are rolling down the field. To the air on first down. Fires deep toward the end zone. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
no secret, this guy was a big part of their key to success. Already 2 catches on the opening drive, and they go back to him again. This time the defense is in better position, and they force the incompletion.
Leaves it with the running back. Got it inside the 30 before he's finally pulled down at the 25. It's a gain of 6. And the Sun Devils come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Trying to pick it up on the ground. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20. The Sun Devils want to pick up the tempo. He wants to change this route. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Unleashes one. He's got it. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh, man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
They'll try to dial up a better one this time on 2nd and goal from the 5. Looking for a man. It's Chadwick. Give him 6. Touchdown, Arizona State. Field shrinks. Tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. On the move from inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that. And it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, and you could tell he wanted to get it to the big man, and I would too, by the way. You got a 6'4", 6'5", 6'17" wide receiver out there. You want to throw it up so he can make a play. Set those feet first, then you give it to him.
Gets the back moving. On the direct snap, it's Bargava. Breaks into the open. They bring him down, but that's why you give them that wildcat look to create an opportunity for big plays. We've played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see if someone can get the edge in the 2nd quarter. So after the break, they'll go back to work. On the run, it's Mahoney. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
They'll send the back in motion. On the direct snap, it's Bargava. Notre Dame comes to the line needing a chunk play on third down. Dropping back, it's Ortiz. Unloads it downfield. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
It's been a tale of two drives for this defense early on, right? They came out starting really slow, allowed a touchdown on the opening drive, but they're finally settling in here on this one. Obviously, it wasn't perfect. They did give up one first down, but really nice job there on that third down pass defense, forcing the incompletion, now trying to set up a punt.
Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Makes the catch. Coaches talk about running with violence, running with bad intentions. That's what that looks like as he gets it up to the 32.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
And they can't complete the bullet pass on third down.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoke the fear of God into this defense, because this 3-and-out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Here come the Irish back on offense. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Big play for the Irish there, reminiscent of a Tim Brown or Rocket Ismail.
Yeah, and I'm glad you used a reference in the last 30 years, Reese. You know, just trying to find playmakers at Notre Dame, and Michael Mayer, obviously, in the recent years was a guy that you could really, really depend on. Trying to find those golden Tates, those elite players out wide is something they've been missing over the last several years.
Fires to the tight end. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Hey, man, you're going to have to bring a lot of hats to the party to get this guy down. These big tight ends, they do not go down easy. He's able to make one guy miss, break a tackle, pick up some extra yardage.
Down to the 23 for this 1st and 10. Try to get it to the edge. Find some fresh air. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. The Irish trying to strike gold in this red zone trip. Defense in press coverage. Picked up maybe a yard. It's down at the 16.
And
that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And that'll be enough to give Notre Dame a first down.
I think to be a good third down offense, guys, you've got to be able to run the football. You're going to come upon these third and short situations multiple times throughout the course of the year, but you've got to be able to get push up front, and it helps when you have a talent like that to turn around and hand the football off to.
The Irish relying on the running game to give them this fresh set of downs. To the ground with the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. First down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and forced a tackle for a loss.
Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Quick release on the RPO. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
Get the completion, and now you set up a manageable third down situation in the red zone. This is a huge down in distance in this game.
Well, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. They'll try to run for it. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Notre Dame!
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole, he saw it, he put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
Lining up to add another. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, I believe someone calls it the Conference of Champions. Pac-12 action today. West Virginia is just getting torched right now. And Mountain Mama, I didn't see that coming. It's one game. Look, I know that. But this one has to hurt. They're trailing by 14 to BYU. If anything else happens in this one in the Pac-12 or anywhere else, we'll make sure you know about it, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Looking downfield, it's Chadwick. Makes the grab. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now in his last 2 games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. As a head coach, you got to love the fact that your quarterback is dialed in.
Second down, he'll throw it. Here's the pressure. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Down to 2 minutes to play. We'll take the timeout. They'll talk it over. A chance to tie or even take the lead before the break. And the Sun Devils will punt it away on fourth down. This will be a second time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. He'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. The drive comes from the 41. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
From the gun, running back gets the give. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Looking to throw, it's Ortiz. Lobs it off the back foot. Got it in stride at the 15. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Notre Dame has it now, 1st and goal. Powers forward. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Irish!
And that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a 2-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge.
Arizona State, 7.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18.
Sun Devils will take over 1st and 10.
They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. From the gun, running back on the move. Makes it past the marker. He gets it down to the 30-yard line, and time is running short here in the first half. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Wants to throw. It's Chadwick. He put it out there for him, and this senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the back.
Going to take a shot. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
He's going for the big play. Makes the catch, converts on 4th down, is still on his feet. Touchdown, Sun Devils! Once he got some room, it was over.
And that was great execution on that drive. That is exactly what you needed. You took almost all of the time, and you cut into this lead. Now you're about to go into the half, get everybody excited, use that momentum to start the second half.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the points come in a lightning strike, a 70-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. they'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Just enough time for one final play in this half. To the air, it's Ortiz. Sends it downfield. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Notre Dame will kick it off to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well, because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
There he goes. They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10.
Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David, and they're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drives together. Don't abandon the run.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Looking to throw on first down. Moves around to clear up the vision. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
The Sun Devils have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. From the gun to give, looking for room. At the 40, there he goes. He's loose. Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work.
And busting big runs like this, we always talk about the running backs, but it's the big boys up front paving their lanes, those receivers gluing on those DBs that make these plays really go for big yardage.
And how about those receivers? Not just the glamour of catching passes, but doing some dirty work too.
No doubt. When they get on those guys in the second level and get on those DBs, that's when you break those big, long runs.
And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
Brings up second down.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Back to pass, it's Chadwick. Right on target this time. That completion will take him inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better 3rd down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to 3rd down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. Swings it out to the flat. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
And I'm banking on the ball coming out quick. When I'm a defense and understanding 3rd and short, understand they're going to throw the ball really quickly, try to make a play. The defense knew it, broke on the football, made a nice tackle to force a 4th down.
On 4th down, looking for the completion. Holds it in, the first down and more. Touchdown, Arizona State! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. Setting up for the extra point and the tie. He has been surgical. Oh, they block it. He's got it, and he can go with it. crosses midfield. The 30. He's at the 20. And he takes it all the way back to the house, and just like that, the 2 gives him the lead right back. They got the touchdown. PAT was blocked, and now they'll kick it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. He'll ride his man on the option. Quick toss. Plows through the defense.
This offense is just like Novocaine. Like, it's just give it time. It just keeps working. It's a slow death, right? Like, they continue to just chip away. Nice first down play. Nice read. Get it to the pitch man. Sets up a great second down opportunity.
The Irish come to the line facing second and short. The corners are walked up tight. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. The RPO, fire complete to the left. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Quick touch pass to the receiver. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand, safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
And he drops it, just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
You know, it's difficult for QBs sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that one.
The Irish facing quite a challenge here on 3rd and a mile. Dropping back, it's Ortiz. Unloads to the wideout. On target to the left. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Off the RPO, throw to the right, looking for the first. Well, they just drained all of the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily. You talk about taking the wind out of a crowd. A 4th down conversion will do that.
Yeah, they were jacked up in here, excited. The fans get loud, rush the passer, and how about the conversion? The big 4th down conversion here in the 3rd quarter to give yourself some life in a tight ball game.
Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. From the gun. Give on the inside. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the second half. We've got the lead, 3rd quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and moving forward if we're going to win this game.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Going for 6. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Snagged in the end zone to give them 6. they'll try to add another to their lead. Oh, and they blocked it. He picks it up. That's a live ball. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive, and they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart.
Arizona State, 20.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Back to pass, it's Chadwick. It's complete to the right. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
You want to stop the run game? Get the big defensive tackles in the middle, getting penetration. Those big boys eating up blocks, taking away gaps and holes for those running backs to run through.
Using his power and his sweet feet to get into the backfield quickly.
And you know you're athletic when you describe with power and sweet feet. I mean,
it's picked off, and that's number 10. Never had a chance to get rolling after the pick, but he gives him the ball in prime field position at the 40.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always, always remember your first interception. He'll always remember this moment.
Here come the Irish, back on offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Direct snap. It's Spargava. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
Comes to the line needing a chunk play on third down. Back to throw, it's Ortiz. Looking to the big tight end. Complete to the left. Gets enough for the first down, but not sure they'll get another play off here in the third quarter. We've come to the end of the period, and Notre Dame has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Trying to hit the sideline on the right. Oh, he's got some space. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Notre Dame! And they take it in for 6 more points. As they push that lead out, a really good opportunity to get back in the win column.
And that's a really nice drive by this offense. They didn't get too conservative. They put the drive together. Now, the biggest thing for me, Now the other team has to score 2 touchdowns. And that's the goal you want. You always want to make it as hard as possible. This offense executing in the fourth quarter. Nice job.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, your game is a big one, but so is this battle right now inside the Mountain West. Utah State has the lead right now. Logan has been jumping all week, but this game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock. They're up by 7 over Wyoming. Just another week in the Mountain West where the only constant is chaos, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. Last drive ended with a pick. Vitally important to take care of the football this time. Hands it off. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down.
And even though they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, they've got a quarterback that can bring them back, but they need him now to play his A-plus level of football. We saw a nice completion on that last third down. Let's see if he can keep it going.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
And the incomplete pass on third down, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's about. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. He might want another play. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Showing off the arm. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
Well, it's a nice job tackling on defense. I know one guy missed, but you saw the effort. Other guys coming and flying to the football. They knew how big that third down was. They had to get the stop to give themselves a chance to now get off the field.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it.
How many times do you see receivers catch the ball and dance and you get so annoyed because you're like, dude, do you see the yellow line? Go and get it. Really nice job by the receiver with the second effort, getting the extra yards and getting the first down.
Here's a heat. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Makes his man miss.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule. It makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective, trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes a grab past the marker. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. And the Sun Devils racing to the line in the hurry-up. Leaves it with the back. Running behind those pads, he gets a couple before he's stopped at the 18. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Caught over the middle. It's Lewis. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. 1st and goal from the 7. To the air, it's Chadwick. The throw. Trying to barrel in. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. Trying to power it in. Touchdown, Sun Devils! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
And they'll try to tack on 2. Looking to throw. He's got it. 2-pointer is good, and now it's a 1-score game here deep in the 4th. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we've got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football, and we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Let's use those timeouts, save as much clock as we can so our offense has some time on the clock to do some damage when they get the football back.
Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
The Irish facing quite a challenge here on 3rd and a mile. Looking to throw, it's Ortiz. Throws for the tight end. Finds a man on the left. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
And they did everything right in this 4-minute type situation, trying to bleed the clock. First you get the completion, then you get the first down, and you stay in bounds. You could not execute that play any better.
Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Give to the back. That is just the kind of run you want when you're trying to close out a game.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Wouldn't be surprised to see them go right back to the run on second down and maybe put this thing away. Quarterback on the keeper. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
It doesn't matter what run play you have called, if you're running it inside or outside. If the defense gets penetration, everything is done. And you saw it on that play right there. Great job by the D.
The Irish trying to keep this drive moving on 3rd and short. To the ground to try to pick up the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
The Irish relying on the running game to give them this fresh set of downs. Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.
If you love offense, then you love this type of game.